Hey, I'm CDiinky. And boy oh boy do I have some massive news for the Grounded community. The Grounded 1.4 reveal just dropped literally 30 minutes ago. I'm making this video right now. As you can see here, we have the Fire Ant Queen coming to Grounded 1.4 and a baby Fire Ant. It's confirmed. As of right now, they didn't say anything about a PTS coming out to all players. So right now, I'm just gonna have to make a video of this packed footage here. So let's start off at the beginning with all of the builders in the game. They've added new rugs into the game, such as a Burgle rug, a Weevil rug, a cute bee rug, which is my favorite, and also a raw science rug with a smithing station that we will get to in just a minute. And the way you can unlock these rugs is in a Burgle shop item. I'm not too sure exactly how you get it, as of right now they just said it's going to be in the Burgle shop, so keep an eye out for that one. The Termite King now has parts available for the Termite King Organ, which is a furniture piece that you can play that plays some sort of scary Halloween music. Here, take a listen. They only played this once, but they did confirm that there are, I think it's 3 different tunes you can play for the Termite Organ, which is pretty cool. So now the big elephant in the room, what is this smithing station doing here with this little raw science glow on it? This is the yoking station. This is available for all New Game Plus players. Yes, they have introduced New Game Plus into the game, and you're going to be able to use this station to upgrade your gear past level 9. We're not too sure how to exactly craft it and what the ingredients are needed, but we do know that you're going to need to fight a new type of bug variation to be able to craft this yoking station using their new samples. So we know some way of how to craft it. Now, how do we upgrade our gear past level 9? We don't exactly know, but I'm going to think it's going to be something to do with milk molars, because in the New Game Plus, they've added a bunch of new milk molars into the yard. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to use this to infuse your character, or it's just going to be for these weapons here to pass level 9. But they did say that the new milk molars in the yard are going to be different for everyone. So there's not going to be a set location for every single milk molar. So you're going to have to go out and explore yourself to be able to upgrade these gears to pass level 9. Also, something new in the Scabby OS tab, there seems to be a number 2 with raw science below the hoop's name. This could possibly mean they're in New Game Plus 2, which could vary all the way up to the New Game Plus 10 or something, I don't know. But all I know is that every single New Game Plus you're going to go into, the bugs are going to get harder and harder. So I'm very excited for this hard difficulty for the game. I can't wait to fight the infected broodmother on New Game Plus 9 or 10 or whatever the maximum is. It's going to be a blast. No pun intended. And as you can see on the screen, they've added in all types of new elemental weapons into the game. So all the base 4 elemental weapons can now be infused with every single element. As far as we can see, we have a sour katana, a mint battle axe, and also a spicy mallet. As far as we know, in the stream they didn't show any salt Morningstar different variations, so I guess we'll have to wait and see for that. While in New Game Plus there is going to be a lot of variations in the yard, the devs said that the leaves can change colors, the sandbox is going to change colors, a bunch of things going to change colors. Also, the sour wormhole rocket has now gobstoppers here. What is this used for? This is only available for the New Game Plus players. I think this could be used for tier 4 weapons, as it is confirmed tier 4 weapons are coming into Grounded 1.4.
We're also going to be introducing tier 4 weapons in this update. Yep.
This could be the start of new tier 4 weapons or a complete element in general. They didn't show off any sort of gobstopper element, so the only image we have of the gobstoppers is right here when the devs accidentally jumped in this hole by accident, leaking it somewhat. And once again, these are going to be in different locations for every single player when in the New Game Plus mode. Also, while in New Game Plus, some bugs of the yard are going to be infused or yoked, which have increased move speed, increased damage, increased HP, and also 2 special effects on it. So having 2 modifiers, which is explosive resistance and attack speed. As you can see there, this guy just got destroyed. Now, not every bug in the yard is going to be infused, but there is going to be a chance for every single bug to be infused, like this terrifying wolf spider that has somehow mutated into an infected wolf spider because it has a sour staff effect on it, as well as explosive on hit, which is just going to be a destroyer. Also, just look at this Black Ox Beetle's HP. This is a 4-player multiplayer. Look at that health bar. Also, the Black Ox Beetle has got venom coating. This is not going to be fun. Now, when you go ahead and kill these infused bugs, you're going to have a chance to get the infused ooze, which you're going to need to be able to craft the new yoked station. The devs seemed a bit rushed at PAX, so they didn't show everything. Like, they left out a massive chunk, I would believe. So this infused ooze would definitely be used later in different crafting recipes. My biggest guess, this infused ooze is going to be the Tough Gunk variant for tier 3, but it's going to be for tier 4 weapons. And when you go ahead and kill these infused bugs, they also have a chance to drop 3 different trinkets. All these trinkets are going to be the exact same. They're going to have 2 different random properties on them. So for example, this tier 2 Science Waffle has summon crit, which is definitely very cool to see. Our summons can now crit, and also has the finale stamina surge, which I'm going to assume is going to be after every 3rd hit combo, you're going to get a burst of stamina. I do not see this broken at all with the Sour Battle Axe attack speed. And now with these new trinkets, you're able to use them in the Super Duper, the new D-Duper, so you're able to deconstruct these new trinkets into infused jelly, which you're going to be able to use to craft the new yoking station as well. So as we saw in the beginning, the Fire Ant Queen is here, as well as the Red Ant Queen and Black Ant Queen, as the devs confirmed. These guys aren't summonable, and you won't be able to fight them like a typical boss fight, which I'm a bit disappointed about. But when you talk to the Ant Queens, you're able to give them an offering up to 3 different items. You're only able to choose 1 item per playthrough, so make sure you choose wisely. We have the tasty option, the poison option, and an option that we do not know about. The devs showed off the tasty option, and when you feed them the tasty treat, they're going to give you one of their pets. So if you feed the Fire Ant Queen a tasty treat, you're going to get a Fire Ant pet, and same thing with the Black Ant and the Red Ant. I'm just going to assume these guys are going to be weaker variants of themselves. And if you choose this option, you're able to also get the free boss items, so the boss parts you're going to be able to use to craft the boss weapons or armor, which is pretty cool. Now let's say if you did choose the poison option, obviously you're going to kill the Ant Queen and possibly all of its offspring, so there's going to be no more Fire Ants, Black Ants, or even Red Ants in the entire yard for your single playthrough if you choose this option, which is going to be pretty cool to see. And the mysterious option, we have no idea. I'm genuinely stumped. I can't tell you what it's going to be. Possibly something to do with Director Schmechter, another evil way, I don't know. And also one massive change coming to New Game Plus is every single boss in the entire game is going to be infused. So this assistant manager has explosive on it, as well as a spicy attack as its modifiers. I do not want to see this with the infected broodmother. I'm just going to say that right now. And they also showed off that the assistant manager got a revamp. So if you can see here, the laser pillars are not in a single line anymore. They just go wherever they want. So it's going to make the boss fight a lot more harder. I'm not too sure if this is for New Game Plus only. This might be a normal game as well. Remember how I said New Game Plus is going to have some wacky stuff? Take a look at this. The sandbox is now yellow, which is a bit odd because usually the sandbox crab is red, as well as this new raw science that looks very monochrome chrome, which has a bit of toast in it, which gives you 1.5k raw science, which is pretty cool. You get more raw science in the New Game Plus modes. And as the dev said, this raw science is not always going to be here in every single playthrough. The raw science and milk mold is going to be scattered all over the entire yard, different for every single player. Now the big moment, the secret door, what's behind it? It's New Game Plus. Behind the secret door is the entry to New Game Plus mode, which is a bit of a letdown. I thought it was going to be a boss fight, but it is what it is. And we were partially correct on how to get in. We're going to have to kill every single boss in the game besides the infected broodmother for some reason. You can see here the hedge broodmother, the mantis, as well as the wasp queen and the Javamatic able to enter New Game Plus. Don't know why they didn't add the infected broodmother. Probably because like only 2% of all players killed the infected broodmother, so they thought it was too hard for them to go into New Game Plus. But New Game Plus is going to be hard anyway, so why not just make them kill the infected broodmother? Anyway, you got to kill all the bosses as we all predicted to get into this door, which is why the door in the files was called quote-unquote boss door, not meaning a brand new boss. It means that you're going to need to kill the bosses to enter the door. One minor change to added was now telepotties in the survival game. You're going to be able to buy these from Burgle Shop, they said, and you're going to be able to buy the deployable porta potties. Free TPs for us. I don't think this game needed it, but hey, I'm not bragging. It's just a free TP. It's going to save a lot of time for us. Now, this is all they teased for Grounded 1.4 so far, and they did say they have a bunch more they wanted to show us, or we might have to go out and explore for ourselves. But one big letdown that I'm definitely disappointed about is there's no new bosses in the game. What I think they mean is there's no more summonable bosses like the hedge broodmother, mantis, wasp queen, infected broodmother. I was really excited to hear the new Fire Ant Queen boss theme, just like the infected broodmother. That thing was amazing. I love that so much. So not to be able to see that is a bit disappointing, but it is what it is. The third option might be a boss fight. Who knows? I guess we'll have to wait and see for the future. So what do you guys think about this 1.4 update? Was it disappointing? Was it a mid update? Was it an amazing update? Please let me know down below in the comments. And once the PTS drops live or is even announced, I'll make a separate video on it so you guys don't miss out on a thing. And if you stayed far to this exact point in the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the future.